Software consulting and delivery organization Celebal Technologies has secured a $32 million minority growth investment from Norwest Venture Partners, a leading venture and growth equity investment firm. Now, this is Celebal Technologies' first institutional investment and will strengthen its foothold in existing markets across North America, India and Asia Pacific, as well as fuel its expansion in new territories across Europe, Middle East and Japan. To talk to us about the road ahead at Celebal, joining me now is its co-founder Anupam Gupta. Also joining me will be my colleague Ritu Singh. Anupam, welcome to Startup Street. You say that Celebal's unique expertise lies at the intersection of traditional enterprise and modern cloud innovation. What does this mean, and can you simplify for our viewers what is the pain point that you're solving?
Absolutely. First of all, thanks for having me. So traditional enterprise is your, traditional organizations with their legacy ERP system, supply chain, banking systems, etc., right? And on the other side, you have all the modern cloud innovation that's happening in the field of analytics, business automation, cloud native applications on enterprise cloud platforms like Azure and Databricks, right? So we bring these two worlds together, right? So Celebal is founded by some of the principals, such as myself, who come from a strong ERP, SAP kind of background. And then we have other folks like my co-founder, Anirudh Kalla, who's also our chief data scientist, bringing that analytics expertise, and we bring these two worlds together. So that's kind of our unique expertise.
All right, Anupam, with the fresh funds raised, you plan to increase delivery capacity and build industry-focused solution accelerators. If you could elaborate on these plans, what are these solutions and how soon do you plan to roll them out?
So we have already been working on these solutions across industries, particularly around ERP modernization, right? When it comes to traditional manufacturing industry or CPG retail, right? We are the organization that is taking them towards the Industry 4.0 paradigm, right? And that is where you have the supply chain analytics and automation happening on top of ERP. Right? And then you have the solutions on top of traditional banking systems, regarding fraud detection, customer segmentation, loyalty management, offer prediction, and things like that, right? So one of the focus for us is to expand further in the existing territories for us. So we are already well established in North America, India, and Asia-Pac regions. We would be looking to further expand in these areas, but then also look at other growth areas like Japan, Australia, Middle East, and Europe to take these offerings there. Some of our new offerings are coming in the sustainability space, which my co-founder leads. So all the ESG reporting and other things that come with all the sustainability-related compliance, that's something we are building or co-innovating solutions with Microsoft Cloud Platform.
Anupam, hi, this is Ritu. You said you're aiming to bring in about $100 million of revenues in the next 3 years, as we read in various news articles. What about the bottom line? Could you tell us a bit about where you are in terms of revenue and profits now, and how you plan to achieve that $100 million figure?
So we have been a profitable company from day one. We are not at liberty to disclose revenues, but I can tell you we've been growing at almost a 70-80% pace over the last 4 or 5 years. And even our projections look very strong. We're looking at 50 to 55% growth over the next 3 to 4 years, right? And we are seeing growth across all these areas of analytics, automation, enterprise cloud. And as we increase geographies, these new geographical locations would start contributing towards this revenue growth for us.
Anupam, a bit about the trends that you're seeing in the market, because the pace of digitization we saw across companies, mostly during the pandemic, has that sustained now? For instance, the work from home model. Now, that required a lot of tech tools to be adopted by companies, but now with employees returning, are those kind of tools even needed anymore? And, has your business been impacted?
So we sort of, after some of the initial panic during pandemic, I think we largely benefited during that phase. See, what pandemic did was it sort of legitimized remote working, right? And as an extension to it, it legitimized offshoring to India, right? And even during this recession, I think Western countries could benefit from these niche skills that companies like Celebal Tech have groomed in India in the space of analytics and cloud, etc. Right? So I think that would benefit. Now, although some of the remote work has stopped and people are starting coming to offices, but I think the cost of modernization for Western countries using these kind of high-end skills is not always viable. So India comes as a strong delivery option at a low cost for these kind of organizations.
Well, that being the case, Anupam, what are your hiring plans here? I mean, are you also looking at going slow on hiring given the current macro environment, the big tech layoffs we've been seeing in this space? What are your plans?
See, the way I look at it is, look at USA, right? They have about 25 trillion economy, right? Even in the worst recession, let's say it gets down to, I don't know, 20, 22 trillion. Somebody has to support the technology backbone of that amount, right? And it's largely going to be supported by regions like India, right? The kind of software talent we have, right? So we are not slowing down on the hiring. We would hire some folks in these Western regions and areas like Japan, etc. But we're also going to continue to increase delivery capacity out of India, which is our prime offshore delivery location. We are looking to hire another 700 to 800 folks from various campuses. And this is in addition to the lateral hiring that we're going to do this year.
All right, Anupam, we've completely run out of time, but many thanks for joining us and wish you the very best in our hiring plans and as well as your expansion plans.
Thank you so much.